Good morning, everybody. Today we are fishing the Beatdown by Zoom. So I believe it's a 4-inch bait. It doesn't say it on the packaging, or if it does, I'm completely overlooking it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So it comes in a 10-pack, and we're working the green pumpkin, purple, and gold flake. I'm starting out with it on a 1/4 ounce jig head. I did bring some 1/16 ounce net heads. I think this is going to work out a little bit better because we are on the Cumberland today, working a river, and it's going to help me get down to the bottom, so I can kind of drag and pop this bait. We'll see what we can catch. There we go. Good fish. Now that didn't take long. That poor man's shaky head. Gotta be a drum. The low-hanging fruit of the Cumberland. Gotta be a sizable one. This is a heavy rod. Yeah. He's not that big. Here we are, first fish of the day. Man, that bait worked like a charm. That was my first cast in. It's gonna be a decent day for this type of fishing. Get her back in. So I'm planning a trip down the Wisconsin River with my brother. We're covering some 30+ miles by canoe. If you guys have ever, another one, big one, maybe, no, not that big. If you guys have ever fished it, got any tips, let me know. I know they do have muskie. I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I know it's a hard fish to catch, but I've never really fished a body of water that actually had them. I'm pretty stoked about that. We're gonna be camping out 2 nights. That's a nice one. On the river, kind of drifting down, setting up camp, and the next day drifting down and fish in the morning. So it's a good amount of time to try to catch them. I know they got walleye and a lot of good smallmouth species that are a little bit rarer in my area, at least in the bodies of water I fish. Just gonna bring an arsenal of tackle. It's a muddy fella. On your way, buddy. Wonder if they got drum down there. Up there, I should say. We'll probably catch him. Probably be all I catch. So I did change out our jig head. Not that I think it really matters. Kind of bent that last one out, pulling it out of that drum's mouth, so I'm not too surprised we caught one. They have been popping on the river lately, and I wanted some beautiful scenery out this morning, and it's close to where I had to be when this fishing adventure ends, so why not? Oh, this is a snag. Somebody's line, for sure. Oh, come on. I know that's not a fish. Oh, there we go. That's some heavy line, man. Jeez Louise. Are they fishing with a pine cone? I swear, man, every time I come here, I pull a ridiculous amount of line out of the water. Let's see what they got. Little crappie jig. Same jig heads I use. Actually, whatever clown broke off like that or cut their line at the spool is throwing a bait that I'm quite fond of. Gosh, what's the name of this one? We'll dispose of that when we dip out. Can't remember the name, but I throw it somewhat often. I like the white though. I'll have to get that color. Maybe we'll tie that on and try to catch a fish. That might be kind of fun to do, right? Yeah, let's do that. Entertainment. Try not to poke myself with that rusty hook. Alright, the tail still flaps a little bit. How funny is that? On the crappie jig. Gosh, what is the name of that bait? I'll put it in the description. I got a pack sitting on my end table right now. So really, I really like the Zoom Beatdown. I like the bait, I like the plastic. I'm a really big fan of the color. I'm pretty stellar. Pleasure to fish. So if you're in my area this week and you want to catch some drum, go ahead and hit me up and I'll take y'all out. Might as well start running guides on these fish. Itty bitty one. Hey, what is up everybody? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a great time making this one as always. Hoping everybody had a great Father's Day weekend out there. First of all, I got my new Father's Day cup right here. The Zoom Beatdown. This one's an electric shad, so this is a slightly different color. I will put the color of the other one in the description. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I did use up all those. Basically, I'm trying to use up some of my soft plastics. I have so many, and I kind of just have a really bad habit of every time I'm in a sporting goods store or a store that sells baits like this, I'll buy a pack that looks good. You know, it's a $4 or $5. I'll just grab it and buy it and walk out with it, add it to my massive stock of them. So I'm trying to start going through these baits, start using them instead of having them just sit around, you know, that whole impulse of buying thing out there. Now, I love these. These are a 3.25 inch soft plastic, which I don't know why they don't put that on the label. Now I get why they don't print custom bags for every bait because they have so many. That sounds like it would be pretty expensive. However, they have these little labels that have the name of the actual bait on there. How hard would it be to put 3.25 inches? I had to look that up on the computer. Now, awesome bait when it comes to stick baits like this. What I look for is their buoyancy, kind of your rate of fall, which this one was solid. I did start out throwing it on a 1/16 ounce net head, which is typically how I probably would fish this, or on an EWG with like a 1/16, 1/8 ounce bullet sinker on there. However, this one I did fish on a jig head, but buoyancy was there, definitely. I like it. Durability is another thing I look for. It was extremely durable. Every one I lost was through a snag out there, and I did catch multiple fish on the same bait, had no issue. Those drum typically tend to slightly tear up your bait too, the way that they hit it, just the way their mouths are. And yes, buoyancy, durability, price, not too expensive either. So solid bait, and they just have stellar colors, man. Well, it's there, man. I really liked it. I did throw it on a 1/4 ounce jig head. Now the reasoning behind that was I knew where these drum were within that area. I knew it'd be a lot of fun to catch some decent sized fish, and they put up a really good fight. And the only way to get down to that area in time was me whipping my bait up current for the most part, and landing where kind of like on a seam where my riprap meet the dirt. And I knew with a 1/16 ounce head current would take my bait all over the place, but if I had a 1/4 ounce with that kind of rate of current, it would shoot me right down to where I needed to be, and I could kind of pop it around until I landed right in front of, excuse me, one of those fish's faces and get hit. Now, stellar bait. I'd say Zoom is probably one of my favorite soft plastic companies, especially when it comes to like your bigger name brand like Yum and Berkeley. Now don't get me wrong, I love those companies too. I love their baits. I got no gripes with them. However, Zoom just does it right, man. They make my all-time favorite bait, the Super Fluke Junior, my #1 confidence bait. But yeah, anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I am heading out to Wisconsin towards the end of the month. We're gonna shoot probably like a 2 or 3 part video where we are going down the Wisconsin River, chasing anything that bites. Got a big bag of tackle I'm packing up right now. We're taking a canoe, so everything we can fit in there. We're camping out on the river 2 nights, my brother and I, so he's one of the better anglers that I know. I think we're gonna have a ton of fun, and hopefully we're gonna catch some pretty unique fish out there. It will be kind of hot, but if you guys are familiar with the Wisconsin River, drop me a comment, shoot me some tips on kind of what they're eating there, what to fish there. We're obviously we're doing our research. I know what kind of species are there, and I typically know how to catch those fish, but there are a couple new ones to me, like muskie. I've never caught a muskie in my life. I've never even fished in an area where muskie were prevalent, so it's gonna be fun. If somehow, now I know it's a rare catch, I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but on my annual fishing trip last year, I got a video of, we did manage to catch my first pike out there, so hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll catch something interesting. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. I gotta throw together a couple other ones for y'all. I explored a new creek, probably caught 9 largemouth and some bigger ones within a couple hours out there, and also have a video where I'm fishing some live bait that I gotta put out. But take care of yourselves, guys. I'll catch y'all later.